And while massive preparations are underway for the Bastille Day fly-past in Paris, Prime Minister Narendra Modi will attend this year's Bastille Day parade as the guest of honor. On Thursday, a 269-member tri-services contingent of the Indian Armed Forces that left for Paris on board two C-17 Globemaster aircraft, Squadron Leader Sindhu Reddy, a woman helicopter pilot who will lead the Indian Air Force's marching contingent at the parade. Four Rafale fighter jets of the Indian Air Force left for France on Friday to take part in the Bastille Day flypast over the Champs-Élysées in Paris on the 14th of July. The Indian Air Force said a flying contingent of four Rafale fighters, two C-17 Globemasters and 72 personnel departed for France on Friday. Aarti Tikku Singh is now joining us live from Paris as we take you through the details of this very important visit. Aarti, very good evening to you. And thank you for joining us from Paris. Of course, you're tracking every single bit of the Prime Minister's visit to France in Paris from the 14th to the 16th, and heightened significance that this particular visit has also because of the very important deals that will be sealed with the Prime Minister set to sign deals worth 90,000 crore rupees to buy 26 Rafale aircrafts and 3 additional Scorpion submarines.
Well, absolutely. This is going to be a major official visit of Prime Minister Modi in this term, especially in the backdrop of his recent visit to Washington, D.C., where he got a grand reception by the Biden administration. We will certainly see a great camaraderie between India and France on Bastille Day. We are told that on Bastille Day there will be a contingent of Indian troops which will also parade along with the French troops on that particular day, which is actually a historic day for France. It is considered to be France's national day and has significance in France's history. In fact, a lot of people who would remember that French Revolution, during French Revolution, a lot of political prisoners were set free on this particular day. And that is marked as a day of freedom for the revolutionary France. And that's the significance of the day in France's history. But what is going to be really significant is that Prime Minister Modi will be sharing a dais with President Macron, with whom he shares a very good rapport. In fact, Prime Minister Modi has been to France even before. He did share a very good rapport with Francois Hollande, who was president of France earlier. What the significance of this trip will, of course, be marked by the trade deals, by the defense deals. France does see India as a major market, especially in view of the fact that a lot of the Western nations are trying to move their supply chains away from China and also looking at alternative markets as multilateralism, as a multipolar world is emerging with the rise of India as the 5th largest economy. So, of course, there will be 26 Rafales which are being bought by India for the Indian Navy. That is part of the deal which will be signed between Prime Minister Modi and President Macron. There will be 3 additional Scorpion submarines which will be bought by India. And there is also a possibility that there will be 100% transfer of technology on jet engines technology by which will be received by India. I think this also marks a major point in India-France relationship, which have been, both the countries have been strategic partners and allies for some time now. And this deal, of course, strengthens that relationship further. Also for your audience, India has been a buyer of 80% of its, in fact, defense equipment comes from Russia, but India is also diversifying its defense sector. It is now looking at diversification of its arms and ammunition that it purchases from the US, from France, from other countries. And with more supplies coming in from France, I think it is also in a way moving away from slightly moving away from Russia, with whom India shares again a strategic partnership and has maintained a balance between Russia and the United States. And with the also, we must know that France and America are also in a competition for arms and armament, which it sells to India. That again is a major issue of competition between France and American defense sector. Overall, I think there will be this visit by Prime Minister Modi is going to be significant, not just for France and India relations, but also for the Indian diaspora, which is hugely enamored by Prime Minister Modi's leadership. We know that Indian diaspora across the world has been a huge fan of Modi. We have seen diaspora events being organized by American diaspora, for example, last time when Prime Minister Modi was in the US. And this time we know the French Indian diaspora is also going to organize a community event for the Prime Minister, who is very popular across the world.